A baby bird was only half formed and he curses his own mother into slavery. Not out of cruelty, but because of her one mistake, he was only half formed. This is Itihasa, our own recorded history from the Mahabharata. And this is where the story of Garuda actually begins. By the end of the series, you will also understand why snakes have four tongues. And yes, it directly connects back to this moment. This is part 1 of a 5-part series from the Mahabharata's Astika Parva of the Adi Parva. The account of how one bird's quest to free his mother from slavery reshaped the whole world. Let's start at the beginning. In the Mahabharata, there was Kashyapa Maharshi. He was one of the Saptarishis. He was also a Prajapati. He was married to two of the daughters of Daksha Prajapati, Kadru and Vinata. This is the same Daksha Prajapati who had a daughter Sati, and in his own yagna, his head was removed by Veerabhadra. I made a video on this, you can go ahead and check it out. Kashyapa Maharshi was a very great sage. He accumulated a lot of spiritual power from his tapasya, and he was also very pleased with his two wives, Kadru and Vinata. He gave them boons and asked them to request anything from him. Kadru, the elder one, said that she wanted 1,000 powerful sons who were long. Vinata, listening to Kadru's request, said she only wanted 2 sons. Both of them should be as powerful as all the sons of Kadru put together. Kashyapa Maharshi said Tathastu. In due course, Kadru laid 1,000 eggs and Vinata laid 2 eggs. All of these were put in different vessels and left to hatch. And everyone just waited. For the next 500 years, nothing happened. But after that, slowly, Kadru's sons began to hatch one by one. And within no time, 1,000 serpents were crawling around. Vinata was seeing all this and she became impatient, she became jealous, and she made the mistake of forcefully opening her own egg. And the moment she did this, a red hue came out of that egg, a red light. And when she saw that the egg was only half formed, only the upper part of the egg, the baby bird, was formed, the lower part was not formed. The baby bird came out and he cursed his own mother to 500 years of slavery. He was called as Anura, the one without any thighs, and also Aruna because of the red light which came out of his egg. He cursed his mother and he flew away to become the charioteer of the sun god. And that curse is about to come true in a way even Aruna couldn't have predicted. Vinata had her one egg left and she had learned her lesson and she waited for the next 500 years. And when the egg finally hatched, out came Garuda. He was resplendent, he was powerful, he was radiant, he was golden, he was immense. And the moment he came out, many gods actually mistook him to be Agnideva himself, the fire god. And the moment he was born, he took flight. But notice what's already in motion. A curse was already spoken. Vinata is about to become a slave. The text had already told us about this. Mahabharata has already told us about this. The only unanswered question now is, how is that going to happen? Around this time, the Devas and Asuras were churning the Milky Ocean. That is another beautiful story. I've done a video on this as well. I'll link it up. You can go ahead and see that. And from that churning, many objects had come out. And the object that we are most interested in our story is a white, beautiful horse which came out by the name of Ucheshravas. It was pure white. So when Vinata and Kadru saw this horse, Kadru asks Vinata, "What color do you think is Ucheshravas?" Vinata says, "It is white." But Kadru says, "It might have some black spot. What if that were the case?" Kadru bets or puts a wager on Vinata and says, if either of us is wrong, then the other one will become a slave for 500 years. Vinata agrees. So they agree to come back the next day to look at the horse. So on that night, Kadru goes to her 1,000 serpent sons and says they have to become like the hairs on the tail of the horse. Now serpents are black in color, they're dark. Her sons say, no, what you're doing is a lie, it's wrong. Then Kadru actually curses her own sons and says, you will all die in the Sarpa Yagna conducted by Janmejaya. Now they are all fearful. This Sarpa Yaga conducted by Janmejaya actually goes beyond this tale, beyond this story. But it is a very essential part, and the series also belongs to that. We'll see that some other time. Now the next day, Karkotaka and the other sons of Kadru agree, accept, and then they go and become the hairs around the tail of Ucheshravas. Next morning, Kadru and Vinata go and see the horse, and the moment Vinata sees that the horse's tail is black, she knows she has lost the bet. And Kadru wins her wager and says now Vinata is going to be Kadru's slave for the next 500 years. Vinata doesn't know it yet, but this one act of deception by Kadru has put in motion a series of consequences, starting from a war waged on the gods, on the devas, the stealing of Amrita, and the reason why till date the snakes taste the ground with their forked tongues. All of it traces back to this one dishonest wager. In part 2, we will see how Vinata and Garuda are forced to carry Kadru and their 1,000 sons across the ocean towards an island, and how the Nagas nearly died by the heat of the sun before the journey even ends. That video will be linked in the description.